Hello, everybody, and welcome to today's double FPS called Double Dutch. My name is Fable. Today, I'll be playing two characters. I'll be playing Antler, and I'll also be playing Love the Dragon. I'm actually, if you haven't guessed by what I just said, yeah, we're doing two FPSs today, and I'm excited because magic we put this off for too long.
I'm sorry, I had to do schoolwork.
I know, and
Also,
that's
hi, my name is
fair.
Magic. Hi, my name is Magic. I play a rat. He's called Duster. Um,
Best rat.
and rat. I hand you a rat. There we go.
I
Uh,
take the rat, I hold him gentle like hamburger. He is best rat. I love this rat so much, Magic. Him just good.
thanks.
I hold him up. This is a good boy. Duster is the model of a modern good boy.
Somehow.
Good boy.
God.
Good boy. But we decide we agree we're gonna start this off with shenanigans first, which I always think is good. And I feel like it's morning. I just have the really soft image of being morning when Love and Duster wake up.
Mhm.
Because I know obviously the tiny community in Love's Cave is still being worked on, but Love still has their spot uh by the big dragon skeleton, aka their deceased mother. Don't worry about it. Uh, that they still have a nice nest in that has been much more decked out in whole bunch of baubles.
God, yeah. There's some of Love stuff. There's some of Duster stuff. Some stuff they're just like, well, it's both of ours now. So.
Yeah, yeah. I
God.
think Love is just curled up in a little ball.
And probably in the center of that little ball is an even smaller rat.
Yeah, yeah. But eventually, man, who wakes up first?
Do we want to roll a contest in Constitution?
Yeah, let's do that. I'm on the wrong
Alright.
character sheet. There we go.
Where's my con?
12.
That is too many plus signs. 18.
The adult wakes up first.
There's a shift from the rat, and like you know how fucking like you know how I look at my dog for this, but basically like the the put your hands out and like stretch that way, and then like stretch out your back legs before actually like standing up and doing things. Yeah,
Yes.
Duster kind of does that. Like probably also a little shake. He's still a rat. Uh, I slap top of rat. Uh,
It's good
and
stretch.
yeah, kind of sits up. Looks at Love, who is still asleep. Is fucking adorable.
Yeah,
God,
Love has just like the tiniest little snore.
God. You're testing Duster's willpower because, like, on one hand, he has to wake Duster. He has to wake Love up. Because they're gonna go do things today. On the other, Love is sleeping and looks very baby.
Love is so baby.
There are two wolves.
But to make matters worse for you, Duster, Love does that little sleepy stretch where they're not awake but they stretch. Comfy baby.
Baby. No, this is the hardest decision. Cause like I know I have to get on with the FPS, but also Duster's just like, aw, aw, God.
I'll tell you what, since I didn't completely beef the con roll, so I'm gonna say it just takes Love a minute for them to actually wake up. They're
I will
still on.
say Duster is gently sort of like patting Love, just like the sort of like he only has 2 fingers, so I don't know why that was my first analogy, but like the sort of like a brush against the head,
That
that sort of thing
immediately
while they're sleeping.
that immediately starts a purr on
Aw.
Love immediately starts purring before before one eye just peeks open and looks at the and immediately locks on Duster and purring intensifies.
Fucking okay. Yep. All right. FPS over. I'm fucking dead. I gotta go dig myself a grave. All right.
You adopted this baby dragon, now you have to suffer the consequences.
No, the consequences of my actions.
This is the consequences of your actions, Magic.
This is not the way I thought I'd perish, but I guess it is. Uh, I think I think Duster after a moment just goes, good morning. Fable, I will remind you
Hmm?
of the fancy new language Duster knows.
Oh, that's right. So I gotta do this. I gotta speak in English now.
Yeah!
Oh, okay. Me completely forgetting that little fact that Duster can speak Draconic now. Ah, fuck. Man. Yeah. Good morning. They ju- they just they still on their back just stretch their front legs out in front of them. It's a very cute stretch, and before they focus back on Duster. What what are we doing today?
uh, Duster is going to give Love just very very soft smile. We're I promised to take you on a bit of a tour of the castle. And that is what we're going to be doing today. And maybe we're gonna go outside later and go looking for things in the river.
Love is immediately on all fours. Is immediately on their feet, looking very excited.
God, I love this dragon so much. This is gonna be me, like half of this FPS. I am so sorry, Fable. I am so sorry.
I am going to make you suffer under the cute dragon.
No. Uh,
Also, I feel the need to repeat to people about just about the size difference between Love and Duster. Duster's the size of a rat. Love is a baby dragon, but a baby dragon that's the size of an adult crocodile.
uh,
So Love is big,
Love is big,
big baby.
big baby. And God, I have so much love for them. You don't even know.
I think Love in their excitement is already like nuzzling Duster so he can like get up onto their back so they can start walking.
God. Duster, I imagine you know how like you do like the little scoop with your nose.
Yes.
Like I imagine that, and like Duster is just kind of like clings onto the front of the nose, just oh okay. Uh, uh, take a moment to wake up first.
I'm awake. I'm awake.
I can tell. should probably eat before we leave.
Fish.
No question. Does Duster have any fish on him?
Roll hammer space.
Rolling hammer space. That is a 4.
It's a 4,
Uh,
probably not.
I was gonna say like not a like a giant fish like Love would probably prefer, but like more like a little snack sized one.
You know what? Yeah.
Good for snack.
Yeah.
Uh, Duster kind of pulls it out. Uh, uh, Duster is standing like on top of your nose, basically.
Love just opens their mouth.
Duster drops it in.
Nom, nom, nom. They just snap their mouth shut, and that fish is gone.
Oh, baby.
And they lick their lips, but look at Duster. And are you hungry?
Uh,
We
for
get
some
you
reason,
food.
uh, I I should have my own food in here. I can eat it on the way over.
But there's room with food.
There is room with food.
We go there. And Love is going to start walking towards one of the tunnels that leads out of the cave.
Okay. Yeah. And Duster is going to just God. Duster pats the top of Love, because God he's short. Uh, baby.
Love is definitely excited, but Duster has taught them to also be very careful of their step, and they have to be since there's still so much like little tiny structures that are being built in the cave.
Yeah.
So they're doing careful steps, but still excited. But the moment they're in the clear, they're just swooping through the tunnel.
Uh, there's probably like a small like squeak from Duster as soon as this baby dragon picks up speed. Cause God, I love this baby so much.
This baby is excited. This baby gets to finally go. It's the cat is allowed into the castle now.
Under supervision. To
Oh
make
yeah,
sure they don't knock over any more vases or melt any more chairs.
Duster's with them, so like that. I mean, Duster's super, and so that's good.
Yeah. uh, I think after the squeak and like Duster sort of readjusting himself, he is going to let out a little laugh, give you another pat on the head.
He.
Mm, very very good, babe. Like this is me magic. I hold so soft.
God, yeah. The old entrance from the castle to Love's cave has been walled off, so Love can't go that way to the castle, and Love basically has to go through the front door. And there are guards there now.
I was going to suggest going in through the river entrance.
You might want to tell Love that because they're very excited, and they said like they get permission now, so they could go through the front
Uh,
door like other like the people can.
love, hun.
What?
Uh,
What? Uh,
I was, I was thinking we would go through the river. Uh,
Not door.
uh, this is me magic thinking about how to word this because I do not want to I don't want to tell a child that people don't like them sometimes. That's not great.
No,
Uh,
it's not.
uh,
Mind
hmm.
you, mind you though, Duster, you would have been told by Antler that since Love is allowed, in the castle now, Antler has informed his staff of Love's existence. So the staff does know about Love.
The guards at the front door probably know too, don't they?
Probably, yeah.
God, hold on. Duster, like thinks it over for a minute, lets out a sigh, goes, "All right, we can go through the front doors."
Immediate perk up, and they immediately are starting to they're starting to make their way again towards the front. I'm trying to think.
Duster himself does not like this, but also he's fucking weak for this dragon.
And Dragon Baby's excited. And now I'm gonna make a history roll for two people. Oh, that's a good one. Okay, good. Gonna make for the other guy. Okay, yeah. The guards do in fact remember that. Oh yeah, there's a dragon in the place, and they are definitely reminded when they see baby black dragon come running up the hill towards the entrance, and they're just like uh and Duster. You can see them kind of talk to each other a little bit as they're staring, and Love's not stopping. And the guards are realizing, oh wait, they're not stopping. Oh, they're not stopping. Wait, Gus, open the door. I'm going. And they quickly just like shove the doors open, and Love just fumes past.
God. Could I roll a perception to see what they were like muttering about in the first place?
No, sure, go for it.
Okay. Because Duster would glare at them if they were talking bad about Love. So he's Dragon Child. That's a 14.
14. Yeah, you definitely hear one of them. You definitely hear one of them go. Hey, Gus, is that a dragon? Yeah, it looks like a dragon. Wait, didn't the boss say that there was a dragon living here? Yeah, he said we should just let them in if they wanted to. Oh wait, they're not stopping. They're not stopping. Open the door. Open the door. That
Love
is
knew.
basically how the that is basically how the conversation goes.
Uh,
Yes, I know, but Love is now numing and
uh,
probably makes it a good ways down the hallway.
uh, Dustier is going to like pat the top of Love again and go, "Love, hun, you need to slow down a little bit."
What? This is where that was a deck save.
Can I do the help action? Because Duster is telling you to slow down.
Sure. Dang it. Okay.
We don't want a repeat of the incident.
Okay. Love manages luckily the front hallways are pretty have carpet on them, so Love is able to dig their claws in and is able to come to a stop. At 18, a rather abrupt stop, and I'm tempted to make you roll a save to see if you can hold on.
God. What role would you like me to do?
Dex. Make it a
Deck.
dex save.
Okay, what is my deck save again? Because I totally remember what all of my things are. Totally remember my modifiers. 23.
23. Yeah, you man it. You almost get bucked off of this baby dragon come to a halt, but you you managed to hold on, and yeah, Love is now excitedly like looking around because they never got to see it fully refurbished like this, and oh wow, it looks so nice.
Alright, Love, remember, be gentle with things because they can be very fragile. You can look around, just try to not bump into anything, alright?
Okay, I want room food. Room food. If you need room food, I want to go there first. And
Okay.
Love is gonna put their snoot to the ground and start sniffing a little bit. Room food that way, and immediately start heading towards the direction of the kitchen.
God. Uh, Duster is not going to stop Love because God, Duster, like, Duster has like a very soft look on his face. It's just very soft for this dragon. Fable, I'm very soft for this dragon.
Love is just snoot to the floor the entire way until they finally walk into the kitchen and take an even bigger sniff because it's like, oh, it's I like smells in here. It smells
Yeah.
good.
This is a kitchen. It's normally where people keep food at.
Kitchen.
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 Uh, and I will say, Fable, Duster does repeat it in Draconic.
Okay. Duster, Love will repeat it back as they are
Yeah,
learning the new word.
yeah, there you go.
Kitchen. How do you get food here? You said careful. I don't. Love actually kind of looks at some of the drawers along the kitchen counter, and they look at the tiny, tiny handles, and they look at their little. They look at their big claw hand, their
I will
big
note,
claws.
I will note, Dee Dee has put in the chat that there is like little cuts of fish out for Love.
Oh, Love is going straight to that. Straight to that then.
Yeah. I'm just gonna give Duster a perception to see if he actually notices the note before Love potentially eats it. Because that is a possibility.
You can roll. Love is following their nose.
10. Do you think that makes it on what's probably a pretty obvious note?
Yeah, 10's fine. 10's
Uh,
average.
Duster snatches the note before you can accidentally eat the paper.
Ah.
Paper's not good for you.
Oh.
Duster gives you another pat on the head. You can't eat the fish though. Try not to eat the plate. That's not good for you either.
Blah. The plate. Literally, Love had literally taken all the fish in the plate in their mouth, and then they look up at you, Duster, and then slowly just kind of just blah, just the plate comes out covered in spit.
You know what? At least it's better than having no plate at all. Good job.
Now we get you food.
Yeah. Duster is gonna look over the note. Uh, hey, Love, someone left a note for you.
For me?
Yeah. Duster is going to slide off your head. Kind of like land on the floor. Hold the note up for you. So you can see it.
Love will lower their head and squint at the note. Has Duster taught Love how to read?
Duster is trying.
Cool. This is where I'm probably
You can roll like an intelligence to see how much Love either remembers or has actually learned, because you are a baby.
yeah, I use a Black Dragon Wormling sheet for Love stats, and there's no intelligence modifier for those. So, oh, but that's a 19.
That's a 19. Yeah, you can read it. It says for the baby.
I'm not a Love actually kind of huffs at that. It's like, I'm not a baby. I'm a big dragon. I'm not a baby. And Love actually like raises their head and puffs out their chest like they're a big dragon.
Do you
They're
want
not
to
a
do you want to tell them that? We can leave a letter back.
yes.
Okay. Duster is going to pull some things out of his hammer space. 6, 2. Duster pulls out a rather large sheet of paper. Hesitates a moment before pulling out a comically large pencil. It takes a bit. He has to like shake it physically out of his cape. Uh,
God.
it's big enough that Love can hold in their mouth and attempt to write.
Oh my god. Oh man, what do I roll? I feel like that's a dex.
I feel like that's a dex sleight of hand.
I don't even have slit.
Just really a dex.
Yeah, I'm just gonna roll my dex. I'm just gonna roll my dex. It's a 4.
Four.
It's Love's reading is better than their writing.
Love, you can read it perfectly fine.
Yeah.
Everybody else, this is just a bunch of really big scribbles.
It's chicken scratch.
It's no one can read it.
Yeah.
Duster does take out like a small like very very small little inkwell. Dips one of his paws in and does just handwrite a thank you for the fish and Love says they are not a baby.
Love is go Love is going to attempt to leave a signature.
Oh, what signature you leaving?
It honestly just ends up looking like a straight no, sorry, it starts straight, but then it's jagged at the end, just at the very corner.
I think Duster laughs. Puts ink on the rest of his paw and then puts a paw print down for his signature.
There. Now they will know that I am not bait.
They will know that you are not baby now. Yes, of course.
I am bigger than 10 babies.
This is me magic laughing, but also Duster is giving you like this fucking smile. It's like, God, Love is such baby. So baby.
Hmm. So Love looks at the plate that was left for them, and a confused look crosses their face. If they leave food for me, did they leave food for you?
Uh did they? uh
Love is gonna once again scoop Duster up onto their snoot.
okay. This is fine.
We are going to find your food now.
Okay. Uh
And Love is gonna once again start sniffing around.
uh I'm assuming they haven't left any food out for me. Because no, it's okay. It's not their fault. I don't exactly tell everyone that I'm here.
Why?
I do not like the attention.
Oh,
It makes me very very nervous.
Love Love looks kind of cross-eyed so that way they could see you on their and they just go, "Should I pretend you're not here?"
God. I I would prefer if you did not mention me directly, but if you do need to in terms of uh I'd prefer you not mention me or the other tinies, but if you need to mention me, you can.
Okay. Hmm.
Uh,
Love is then gonna turn back to searching for food, and now this is where I roll, I guess, investigation. No,
I
I'll just do perception.
was gonna say that or survival.
Let's do perception because that's a scale. That's a dirty
Shit.
20. Love finds the refrigerator.
You stare up at this big box that feels vaguely cold against your snoot.
Weird.
Smells like food.
Love
Oh.
is gonna carefully raise a paw and just kind of paw at it a little bit.
Uh, hold on. This is a fridge.
Free,
Uh,
free,
it's
fidge,
fridge.
fidge.
Uh, got Duster repeats fridge back in Draconic.
Free, fridge.
Yeah, you got it.
Weird.
It's
How open?
hold on. Duster is going to get off your head and scale up to the handle, and Duster has to kind of like What type of fridge do you think this is? Is this like a pull open door fridge, or is it like a you gotta twist like a handle fridge?
I've never heard of a twist handle fridge. It's probably just a pull open.
Okay. Duster. I'm assuming this isn't like a double door fridge. It's just single door fridge.
Yeah, single door fridge.
Duster kind of goes between the crack of the door and like the side of the fridge and just uh pries it open like
Roll
a little
strength.
bit.
Roll
Strength.
strength. I'm making you roll for it.
God. 15.
15. Strong rat man.
Strong rat man. Uh yeah. Duster kind of like wedges like one of his front paws in, wedges one of his back paws in, and then just kind of does like the thing where like people like force things open by like having their back against the wall and then pushing it open with their leg.
Yeah.
He kind of does that, and it after like a moment of it being stuck closed, it like creaks open. And love, you get a small blast of cold against your nose. Like you've just stuck your face into like a pile of winter snow.
Ah,
It's
cold.
yeah. That's kind of the point. It keeps food that would normally go bad if left out more fresh.
Love just kind of sticks their face in. How cold? How cold? Magic?
Uh, is this a magical fridge or a technological fridge? That is the actual question here.
This is a question. I'm gonna say it's probably a magical fridge.
Uh, Magic.
Uh, yeah.
I yeah.
Love
Don't
starts sniffing around. There's weird stuff.
yeah. God.
Can I eat it?
What is love looking at?
Love is looking at the loaf of plastic wrap bread.
Like just to wait a minute.
It's a loaf of bread.
You're
Like
keeping bread in the fridge?
who? Yeah, people
What?
keep bread in the fridge. What?
What?
What? Wait, what is this line of questioning? What do you mean, what?
You keep bread in the fridge?
Yeah. Why would you not keep bread in the fridge? It's wrapped up so it doesn't get stale or anything.
I have never heard of that.
What?
Huh?
If you leave the bread out, it's gonna get bad quicker. What?
Huh?
You leave bread out?
I don't know what to tell you other than yes.
What?
It's in the fucking cabinets.
I have heard. I mean, actually, I can't be surprised because I have heard of that. But no, some people do actually keep bread in the fridge.
This is the first time I've heard of this. I am so sorry, audience.
Well, now your mind has been blown.
Why would you? Why do you? Okay, yep, this is fine.
I
Don't
don't know.
worry.
Maybe it's just because people like cold bread. I don't know what to tell you.
You know
Either
what?
way,
I also like cold bread, so I can't really fault you on that.
yeah, like bread is like oddly refreshing when it's nice and cold. Either way, Love is looking at this, and I don't think they've eaten bread before, but they're looking at it, and it looks yummy. You want to eat it?
Okay. Before you hold on, Duster is going to climb down because I imagine he climbed a bit of the ways up to like actually properly open this thing.
Yeah.
He climbs down. All right. You really shouldn't eat this clear outside part, and he sort of like picks at the plastic. Because it's gross and nasty and not at all like edible.
Should I melt it? And they open their
Uh,
mouth and like acid spit
no,
starts kind of
no,
dripping down.
no.
Ah,
It's uh, it's on there so it's on there so no insects or bugs can get into it.
but bugs are yummy.
bugs are yummy, but they also this is not a line of questioning. You eat bugs?
Love slowly looks to the side. Doesn't answer.
Hun. Hun, why are you eating bugs?
They're yummy. And they crunch. Don't you
Okay.
eat bugs?
Not really.
Oh.
I Okay, alright. Alright, this is fine. Duster making a mental note to introduce Love to other crunchy foods that are not bugs. Uh
Why is it weird? I saw the bug-eyed one eat other bugs.
the bug-eyed one,
Do you wanna make a roll?
yeah, what role am I doing?
A good question. I don't know.
Would this be some sort of like history?
Let's do history.
Okay.
It's not gonna be a high.
9.
It takes you a long second, and Love's just like bug-eyed one with the weird tuft, and and Duster, there is someone with maybe not bug eyes, but goggles and a big wig of hair that you know.
What?
It's the doctor talking about the doc.
Alright, first of all, when did you meet the bug-eyed one?
Didn't meet. Saw him in forest.
Second of all, you saw him eat a bug?
Love just nods.
Okay. Just internally, she's going, "What the fuck? What the fuck?" Uh, alright, this is fine. But usually you take, Duster's, like, like, going over to the plastic wrap to, like, take it apart, you just kind of take this little tie off and you open it here, and then you can get the bread inside. This is bread, by the way. And Duster pulls out a slice and hands it over to Love.
Bread.
Yeah, bread. You
Love
can.
is gonna Love is gonna just very gently take it in their mouth and just nope, nope, nope. And there you just see their eyes light up.
Aw.
Can I have more?
Duster. Duster. Looks at Love. Looks at the rest of the kitchen. Looks at the bread. Yeah, you can have more. Duster pulls
Lo-
out another 2 slices and hands it over.
Just Love's entire mouth just opens up.
Duster puts the 2 slices of bread in there.
Nom 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 nom. You just watch as the bread just dissolves in their mouth because they do have acid spit. So that bread is gone.
Huh.
They're keeping their mouth open though.
Alright, one more, and then we'll go show you other food, okay?
Okay.
Duster puts in one more slice of bread.
Nom nom nom. Love closes their mouth and licks their lips.
Duster is making a note for later to inform whoever the food person is, to make sandwiches next time.
Yep. Love likes bread. Bread yummy.
God. Bread.
Bread good.
Yeah. Bread is pretty good.
It has just occurred to me, magic out of character, that if Love ever makes their way to the doc's lab, and finds, Frigid, the fridge full of sandwiches.
Oh no! Love's gonna terrorize a fridge.
Maybe not terrorize the fridge, but Dog is gonna be very short of sandwiches again.
Uh, do you mean Jerky Love Doc FPS for Jerky and Love team up to go steal more sandwiches?
Probably. I don't know. That's something I would have to discuss with Breaks and Mock, but
Okay. Yep, this is great. All right. What else would be good in the fridge? Duster is going to look in this fridge, and I'm assuming there's a lot of things in this fridge.
oh, for sure.
Uh, hey, Love, have you ever had blueberries before?
I've, I've had wild berries.
Yeah, they're kind of close. Duster is going to has to go up probably a few shelves. And grabs one of those like containers of blueberries.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, I imagine it's one of those containers that kind of like clip closed.
Wait, while you're doing that, I'm making a roll. This is gonna be straight decks. Three. Nope. As you turn around, you see Love slowly stretching their tongue out and just about to wrap it around the entire loaf of bread. But then they notice that you're staring and quickly shoop their tongue back in their mouth.
Again, Love, you shouldn't eat the plastic, and we cannot eat all the bread here.
Ah. Okay.
We can come back to get more bread later. Okay?
Oh.
Cause God, Duster is so fucking weak for this dragon fable. I am like, baby.
They're doing like the guilty puppy look away eyes right now because they got caught.
Duster internally, don't fucking give in. Do not give in. Do not.
One of these days, I'm gonna make you make a whiz save against the power of the baby eyes.
God, and that's the one I'm going to fail. I can already tell.
Yeah, I'll have mercy today, and I won't make you roll it. But one of these days, I will.
Yeah, Duster kind of like scales up a bit, grabs the packet of blueberries, brings it down, kind of looks at you, Love the dragon, who is very tall, looks at these blueberries, looks at Love the dragon, who is very tall, looks back at the fridge.
Love just blinks.
What is my wisdom modifier?
What is your wisdom modifier?
Okay.
That's a nat 20.
That is a nat 20. Duster was resisting the temptation to literally just tell you to open your mouth and just dump all of them in.
Oh no. Doing it, you know what? Doing a disadvantage because Love is making the big eyes.
God damn it! Fuck!
Yeah, that's a
Duality of dice
one. Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah, duality of dice parser, baby.
Duster levels a sigh, cracks open the box and goes, alright, okay. Love, could you open your mouth, please?
Oh, okay.
Duster picks them up and dumps the entire thing of blueberries in, for closing it and setting it back inside the fridge.
Just the empty bag.
Yeah. But, okay, fine. He stuffs it in Hammer's face.
No. I was fully in love with the idea of you putting the empty bag back. I'm not complaining, but Love. Anyways, Love. Actually, hear Love just go as the blueberries are all just getting dumped into their mouth before they just snap shut.
There. Are those good?
Wow. Love opens their mouth and it is entirely blue.
I think Duster does like start sort of like doing those like silent laughs, and he kind of like bends over looking at it because goddamn, it's just blue.
My mouth feels blue. Is it blue?
It's blue, hun. It's blue.
I'm blue.
You're blue now.
Da-ba-dee-da-ba-da. Anyways.
Oh, there is one more food I'd like you to try, but it's not in the fridge. It shouldn't be in the fridge.
Hmm?
Hopefully it can be a solid replacement for bugs. Think Duster is going to sort of climb over to the shelving of the fridge and like where the wall meets like the hinges and just push the fridge back shut. Uh,
Yeah, love backs away to let Duster do this, and is now kind of just watching Duster.
all right. I'm going to roll a survival to go fucking forage food. Uh, because that is a thing I can do as a ranger, and this is the wrong chat. Because I've been reading the thing. 8.
Hey,
Uh,
do you want help
uh,
from Love?
yeah.
Take a help
Uh,
action. Roll again.
yeah. 14.
What?
I think that's enough to find like generally what he's looking for.
Yeah.
It takes Duster a few cabinets and maybe almost falling off the countertops. Before he manages to find whatever container of peanuts that are in here.
Oh no.
It's either peanuts or pecans. I'm not sure.
That's
Probably
a.
pecans because you don't want to deal with the shells.
I
Yeah,
don't think shells would be I don't think shells would be a problem for Love.
No, wait, no, shells would not be a problem for Love.
They Love has acid spit.
Love has acid spit.
I want to point out that bread dissolves like cotton candy in their mouth.
Baby. Ah. But okay, yeah. Duster pulls out like the pack of peanuts. It's probably like one of the tall cabinets that he has to like shove out like a bit because man, it's heavy. And he opens it and I'm imagining he's like on the countertop while Love is still on the on the floor. Uh,
They're on the floor, but their tail is wiggling a little bit because they're kind of excited. Like, What's Duster gonna get them?
Duster takes one of the peanuts, and kind of like leans over the counter to like show it to Love.
The tail wiggling intensifies a little bit. Their interest is piqued.
Do you want it?
Yes, yes.
All right. Duster is going to do like that motion of like, all right, open your mouth, so you can
Okay.
toss it in.
Ah,
And you get a peanut tossed in your mouth.
chomp. And then, not even 2 seconds after their mouth closes, their eyes are just glistening, stars in their eyes, just like, ah,
Better than
more.
bugs? All right,
Yes,
more it
more.
is. Uh,
They'll
Duster,
open up their mouth again.
Duster's gonna. I don't think he shoved like I don't think he does it like he did the blueberries. But you do get fed a lot of peanuts. Uh,
By the end of it, by the end of their food escapade, at the end of Peanuts, Love is on the floor with just a big belly, just on their back, purring, just like, ha,
have fun.
full.
Yeah.
But wait, you gotta eat.
I think Duster had like moved down to the floor to sort of be more eye level with Love, who is probably on their back
Oh
looking at
yeah,
Duster upside down.
yeah, they're on their back. They are absolutely on their back. But they look at Duster once again, concerned, like, you gotta eat.
Yeah. I know, hun. I know.
You always say you gotta eat to be healthy.
I will. I will. Hold on. Duster is going to Duster is going to scale the cabinets again. I'm not going to roll for this. because it's probably on the counter. Duster does like I'm gonna say he grabs like an orange.
Okay.
Uh,
I want to say at this point, I want to say at this point, a staff member has started to walk in, talking with someone else. It's just like, it's like, no, yeah, I'm just gonna grab a quick second before. Oh my god! Oh, uh, I just see the dragon on the floor. I don't think they've noticed Duster yet. It's just like, nope. Actually, you know what? I'm not hungry. And just walks backwards out of the kitchen.
Is it me magic laughing at their troubles? I'm so sorry.
Love kind of just watches the person go quietly and then looks over at Duster. Big people are weird.
Big people are weird. Duster agrees with you while like holding like balancing an orange in one arm like while descending. Very carefully to not drop it. So Love can actually see him eat this orange and not be like, well, I didn't see it, so maybe you're lying to me.
That's a very smart thing to do. And look, because Love is in fact watching you eat.
Yeah.
Like they're
Duster.
full. They've eaten their fill of what baby dragons need to eat.
Yeah, Duster kind of like takes out one of his swords, which he uses for literally everything because he has no self control.
Oh my god.
Kind of like does a little slice in the outside layer, peels it open, takes out like half of an orange slice, and just kind of munches on it.
I feel like they just kind of chill there for a little bit while Duster eats.
Yeah.
Love is definitely chilling. They're getting that. They're getting that post meal sort of sleepiness.
Phoebe.
Can't stress how I cannot stress how cat like love in my mind is. They're both very cat like and dog like in my mind. And they've
Cat
had good
dog. It's just a dragon.
yeah, and they've had good foods. They've had good foods. The floor here feels nice, and they're just stretching out and closing their eyes once they've seen that Duster's eaten.
Yeah. I think Duster is like just kind of chilling, occasionally giving you like a like uh running claws over scales, because you know, uh Duster Duster is very, very small compared to you.
Dragon is now purring. The
God,
dragon is very happy and content.
uh,
Kind.
God, I think Duster switches over to Draconic, and just goes, you did very good today.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you did very good.
I think you did a better job.
No, you did.
No, you did.
Hmm. Love is kind of slightly still on their back, but just like curl around Duster a little bit.
God. Duster's going to laugh and give you more head pets.
Love purrs and gives Duster nuzzles. I feel like Love is probably gonna end up snoozing there, if not
Yeah,
stopped.
yeah, no.
And I feel
Duster,
like
no self control. It's just God.
they stay in there until one of the staff members is finally just like finally goes to like Antler's office, just like, sir, we kind of need to get food. There's a dragon sleeping on the floor, and we're kind of and we know you told us about it, but we're kind of scared it's gonna eat us if we disturb it. And that's where Antler just has to be like, I will deal with it. And Antler has to come in and be, and and usher Love and Duster to take their naps somewhere else.
uh, Antler definitely gets an apology from Duster, but it's only half truthful because look at Love. Love was sleeping.
Love sticks their tongue out at Antler. And Antler looks unimpressed.
God. Yeah.
He nonetheless just points towards the door for them to leave. And Love will eventually, Love does not dislike Antler, but, they haven't spent time with the man yet, but they'll be don't want to say respectful. They'll go.
It's more like one of those child things where like I have to listen to this member of authority, but I'm not going to like it.
Kinda, yeah.
And yeah.
They'll have their head raised up like, fine, I'm going, but only because I want to.
Duster will give you like a I don't know if Antler knows Draconic. But
I'm gonna check real quick. Antler knows a lot of languages.
I know.
Yeah, actually, yeah.
Antler may hear like a small thing of like good job in Draconic like to Love from Duster.
Antler doesn't. The only reaction Duster would see from Antler is just another raised eyebrow. And then as you get at the door, Duster, please do not encourage them to be like Ruby.
I don't know what you're talking about. Ruby's a lovely person.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I feel like that's a good place to end that one.
Yeah. Yeah. I feel so sorry for the staff. Like
They're fine. They're fine. They'll adjust to it. So weird shit so much weird shit already happens at this job for them that they're kind of just like, we'll get used to this, but until we're used to it, help.
what? It's just baby.
They don't know that yet.
God.
This is a baby that's the size of an alligator.
God, it is a baby that is the size of an alligator.
Yep.
That is
Baby,
fair.
Baby's only gonna get bigger.
Oh boy.
God, yeah. I think that's a good place to end the first part of this double FPS.
Yeah. Yeah.
God, I freaking love Duster.
I love.
I love the relationship that they have. It's so freaking good. I love that you freaking came to me just like after the very first Rivendell Rambles game. It was just like, Duster's gonna go after that dragon. I'm just like, oh fuck, okay. And then we ended up with this.
Yeah.
Duster adopted a baby dragon.
Duster. Oh, God. I don't know how to answer Blaze in the chat. I'm good either or, but
Oh, I'll do recording separately, and if I still need the backup recording, Blaze, I'll just let you know. Speaking of which, I'm actually going to pause the recording so that way we can take a small break, and then we will. We'll see y'all in a little bit. Bye.
Yeah.
And we are back to Double Dutch.
Hello.
Magic has spicy noodles.
I had spicy noodles. They were a lot spicier than I anticipated.
Spicy noodles are yummy.
But
yeah,
okay.
we're back.
We're back. We are back, and I have to organize my thoughts.
Well, I imagine this happening on the same day as Love and Duster explore the castle.
And and then get distracted by a lot of food.
Yeah. Antler at some point will probably when he is asking them to leave the kitchen so the staff can get food. Uh, he'll probably just as a side note to Duster of when Duster is done with love, uh, that Antler would like to talk about stuff. I can word great.
Stuff. That's not ominous at all.
Nah,
Not ominous in the slightest. Yep, this is fine.
definitely not ominous.
Duster gives you the okay. It goes metaphorically tucks Love back into bed because I mean Love may have blankets. That is honestly a question I never asked myself. Love would probably have a blanket. Go tuck Love
Many,
in Love
hopefully
into bed.
many blankets.
Any blankets, but like blankets not meant for like the bottom part of the bedding, but for like actually placing on top of you.
The big comforter.
Yeah. Goes put that on top of Love. Tells Love to have a good rest. They can go river hunting tomorrow.
Love is satisfied. Love is satisfied with that. They just bury themselves under all the comfort, and you just see the tip of their snoot poking out of the blanket pile.
Duster gives one final pat before going to see what Antler wants because oh boy.
Yeah, Antler is actually probably waiting by the front door for Duster,
Mhm.
and apologies for interrupting your day with the dragon. Love it is.
Yeah. Um. It's fine. Love should probably be sleeping anyway. They're very tired.
Mm,
Did you need something?
yes, I was meaning to talk to you about Ruby's wand.
Uh, you get the impression Duster blinks at you. I'm imagining like Antler basically looks like he's talking to a tree because Duster's just sitting in a fucking tree to be more eye level with him.
Oh, Duster is in a tree.
Yes, Duster is in a tree to be more eye level.
Oh, okay, okay. Antler just specifically, I believe I had asked you at some point where you had found it.
Oh, um, yeah. There's this tree I found and it looked neat, so I picked it up for Ruby.
I'm going to need to see this tree.
Okay.
And right, you'll want more than that. Give me a moment. Abby has just messaged me, and Antler reaches behind into his cape, and he's going to pull out the amber wand
Mhm.
that Duster gave to Ruby, and has the little insect in the amber, which as a recent game we've learned is not just an insect, but Antler holds it up for holds it up for Duster to see, and just and close enough for Duster to see, and actually point at the little insect.
Yeah.
This woke up.
It what?
Mm.
And I think for comedic timing, because all three of these people are toons, um, the figure in the amber opens its one singular eye, a bit sleepy at first, and then flutters fully open and sort of locks on to where you're holding it in front of Duster. Uh, just stares at Duster for a moment. Duster stares at them back.
This is where Antler will use message to talk to the. I'm forgetting her name.
Lady Omni.
Lady Omni. Uh, yeah, he will use message to talk to Lady Omni, just and say, Lady Omni, this is Duster the Rat. He's the one that found your wand.
God, I need to remember Lady Omni's voice because it's been a while. Ah, I see. I. They look a little bit smaller than the rest of you, unless it is really what is it called?
Perception.
Yes,
Or
that is
perspective.
perspective. God, words. That
No,
slapped top of my own brain.
no, he is smaller than myself, though. Still much larger than you, I'm afraid.
Yes, quite. Uh, and Duster is just like looking at the amber, like takes like one claw, like maybe going to like tap on it before like drawing his hand back.
Yeah, Antler will say out loud now to Duster. Would you care to speak with her?
Um, sure. Uh, Duster kind of holds out to like take the wand. And Lady Omni actually knows message. So
No, yeah.
I won't have a conversation with myself because you Antler can't hear it.
Yeah, Antler can't hear it, but he just watches he just watches Duster's expression just to see how Duster is taking this.
Insight.
Yeah, I'll do insight.
Do it with advantage.
Okay.
I don't think you need it.
23.
23.
I still want to see if I get not. Nope, it's taking the 23.
Duster looks confused and concerned, and sort of, it's like, it's that sort of like what expression with the italicized, with the italicized. It's just what.
Antler just
Uh,
patiently waits as they talk as the two of them talk.
and that expression goes from like the normal italicized what to the what sort of expression.
Antler
Uh,
once again is just quietly waiting. He's not going to interrupt because he can't hear the conversation.
uh, God, yeah, yeah, yeah. Uh, I think like after a moment, Duster just kind of, yeah, we can go there. I I think I remember the path there. Shouldn't be. Well, I wouldn't. Yeah,
Is
I
it a
can do that.
path a big could walk?
Uh, Duster Duster does like the like he's about to say something, hand on chin, considering something. Um, might have to do a slight detour from that section because it's um there might be a lot of undergrowth.
Hmm. And Antler actually looks at the wand, considering. Hmm.
Uh-huh.
Magic, you drew something a while ago.
Oh, I did! I did! Oh god, do you want me to pull that up?
Yeah, if you could.
Oh, it's been so long.
He's actually Antler's actually gonna message Lady Omni again real quick and just with your permission, I think it would benefit if I use your wand to shrink myself down. It'll be
Um,
easier to take Duster's path to your tree.
I would not oppose from it.
Hmm.
God, I have to find that. Hold on. Alright, found it. God, this is old. I need to redraw this at some point, but I'm just gonna go slide this in the chat.
Okay, you go ahead and do that, and I will I don't know if you want to describe or if you want me to
You can
describe.
describe. You can
Cool.
describe. How fancy you
Okay.
want to make this boy?
Could do it, do a bit of a cinematic thing because Antlers is he is dramatic. He is a dramatic tune, and he holds out the wand in front of him and focuses for a moment before his eyes open in a flat and blue magic. They're filled with blue magic, and he starts to glow. Then he holds up the wand, swirls it around a lip before gently just tapping it against his forehead. And then uh, and changing himself into his form shrinks down a lot. Probably still bigger than Duster, but much much smaller than his usual 7-ish foot self. Uh, but he is now a small insectoid like creature with a single eye, and still has sort of antlers and his ears, but now has 6 wings and is tiny now.
God.
Antler opens his single eye and actually has to blink for a moment as the as perspective is shifted to just singular eye vision. Looks around a bit. How big is the wand? Actually, the wand is probably like staff size now.
The wand can still comfortably fit in a hand, but it is rather tall now. Yes.
Yeah, Antler is going to hold the wand as a staff now, and actually, uh, look in the amber at Lady Omni.
Lady Omni is still very considerably tiny. Like, she is around an inch tall. She's tiny, my dude.
This is true, but a lot easier to see now at his current size.
Yeah.
He's
And
gonna take a look at himself and at his wings, just go, all right then. And he's also gonna look up at the tree branch where Duster is.
Duster is looking at you like you just did an entire magical girl transformation, because you just did an entire magical girl transformation.
Kind of. Kind of. I think Antler's gonna test his wings out a little bit before he I guess flies up, and I feel like it shouldn't take him too long because 6 weeks.
No. Yeah, it might be a little bit of an adjustment to have so many wings all
Yeah,
at once.
it's not
But
it's not too much of an adjustment just because he does have the fly spell, so he actually is more accustomed to flying than most non-flight people.
yeah, it may take a moment to get adjusted to the noise, because that is like full on bug noise.
Oh boy, yeah, that does take him a minute, especially with his ears.
Yeah.
But he eventually flies up to the branch to Duster and just goes, "Now then, shall we?"
Uh Duster is staring at, like, you're it's not what he expected today.
What? You've
Things he
seen you've seen me small before.
uh I just haven't seen you kind of looking like that. It's fine. Uh yeah, we can go. All right.
Lead the way.
This and Duster is going to lead the way. I'm just going to roll a quick survival to make sure he's going in the right direction. Uh,
Would you like a help action from Antler? He is
uh,
following, but he can at least.
yes, I will take that help action. This is the wrong chat again. Don't mind me. Keep reading the gallery and then about to go put stuff in the gallery. Oh, oops.
One of them's 18, so that's not bad.
Oh, I'm 18. Another
That's
one's
a
at
21.
21.
My one's better. Say you find it. Say you find your way pretty easy.
Yeah. When Duster said it's a bit in the, like, there's a bit of underbrush. This part is literally overgrown. Uh, like the area you're in that you're kind of moving through is a bit overgrown. And would you like to roll me a perception check just on your way there?
Yeah, I can roll perception. 17.
17. How do I want to word this? They're like going to this place. It's I need to do mental words. Uh, basically, you you're coming at hmm hmm. Actually, don't know how to describe this. Give me a moment. You can notice that there are some like sections of like trees that do seem like newer. It's in patches, but not like a lot. Like something had sort of torn down that area and then gradually reclaimed over time.
Okay.
Mhm.
Hmm.
And when I say gradually reclaimed over time, I mean like this probably happened a really long time ago, like a really long time ago. Uh, and
Antler will probably note this to Duster, just as a what do you make of it?
uh, Duster's gonna like say we can probably both roll on nature if you really want to.
Sure.
What is my nature score again?
What is my nature score? Oh, it's the same.
Not
All
great.
right.
No.
22.
Duster has no idea what to make of this. Forests be weird sometimes. uh, with a 22, Antler, you can be reminded of sometimes, like in nature, fire happens sometimes, and like after fire, things can like grow up in return.
Oh yeah,
Uh,
Antler's very familiar with the effects of fire.
very familiar with the effects of fire. Yeah, there's definitely some of these portions that were probably burned at some point and then regrew.
Hmm.
They're like remarkably small though, like remarkably small patches.
Okay, so small patches tells him that either intentional or accident, but not by natural forest fire kind of causes.
Hmm.
Antler will take note of that as he continues following Duster along. Uh,
Okay. I'm gonna take another drink of water, which have a feeling I'll be doing a lot of because narration. Uh,
yep.
so don't mind me, audience. Remember to hydrate before you dehydrate.
Hydrate before you dehydrate.
Hydration is very good for you. Uh, and I will say, you do come across this. There, it's a remarkably sized tree with a bit of area like cleared out around it. Um, very much important because you can tell the animation style is different from the background. Anyway, uh, and it's just it looks like a pretty old tree. I'm gonna go off that 22 you got earlier on nature. It's a pretty old tree, probably like around like no, I don't know. It's somewhere over 100, just based on like looks alone. It's fairly tall, and you can see just out like just on the bark, you can see like little very small sort of like globs of very very either shining ambered liquid or amber itself attached to
Hmm.
the outside.
Hmm.
And would you like to roll an investigation check?
I would like to roll an investigation check. I was actually just about to ask.
Hmm.
It's a 6.
How do you get a 6? That is a nat 1 Fable.
His wings got caught in a bush.
Your wings got caught in a
He's not used to this form.
you try to fly through some vines and it's more tangled than you thought it would, and like a fly falling into a spider web, you're stuck.
Ah. Duster.
Hold on.
Duster, would
I
you?
Yeah, yeah, all right.
Do not. Please don't laugh. Please don't laugh. This is embarrassing. That was a nat one on the hammer space.
Oh my god, I fumbled! Okay.
Duster, please, while we are still young.
Uh, Duster pulls out a ball of moss with. Is that googly eyes? Duster goes, oh god
Why?
damn it.
Why?
Duster puts it. Why does this always happen to me? 10. What the fuck's a 10 on my list? Duster pulls out a single centimeter cube, puts it back with a sigh.
Duster, please, This is not comfortable.
I know. I literally cannot control hammer space. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Just take a breath and focus.
Duster pulls out a light chess piece. It is the queen. It is a bit damaged.
Why do you
Probably
have
found on
that?
the. I thought it was neat. Duster puts it back.
That it better not be from my chess set.
No, I've had that for a while. Okay. All right, Duster actually pulls out his scissor blade.
Antler's kind of slightly swinging there a little bit, just looking very flatly at Duster, like.
Don't look at me. Everything's fine.
I'm sure.
God.
Please just help me out of the vines.
That's a nat 20. Duster makes very quick work of the vines to the point you have to catch yourself in the air a little bit before you fall to the ground.
Luckily, he's got wings for that.
Yeah. Luckily, you have wings for that. And congratulations with that nat 20 I accidentally put in the walnut gallery.
I'll
God
accept it.
damn it.
I'll accept it.
You get cut free from the vines. Yes, hello, hi.
Antler is going to avoid the vines now and just fly around and just kind of give Duster a nod before going back to studying the tree.
Would you like to roll me another investigation?
Sure. That's a dirty 20. That's
Dirty
better.
20. One of the things you can notice is that this does seem to be very similar to the tree. You have to go kind of lower to the ground because that's where you were before to sort of see it at the angle you did see it at in the mindscape.
Mm-hmm.
But this does seem to be the tree you're looking for. It has very, very small holes in it that are kind of formed and shaped like you would a doorway into the bark. Near and around the base. You don't. Interestingly enough, you don't see the city. There you do, however, like looking closer at the grass, where it should be. You see very, very small little chips of bone and amber, but the city itself is gone. Like, I am going to say, with a 20, it was almost like it had just been picked up and moved.
Antler's going to cast a message again to Lady Omni and just go, well, I've certainly found your tree, but your city is most certainly no longer here.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Though, not to alight any sort of false hope, I do not see anything that would suggest it was destroyed, but rather moved.
Oh, that's wonderful. I'm not sure how they would move it though. It was rather big.
It was, but I could think of a few ways, but Better I look around a bit more before I spectate too much. Do you know of a way into the tree?
Oh yes, there was a front entrance, more available to the public.
I think I see it.
Okay. Yeah, and I will say with that dirty 20, you do see it. However, Antler, getting closer to it, there seems to be a problem.
What's the problem?
You are too big
Right.
to enter this place,
Even at his size.
even at his size.
Hmm.
You are too big. Because remember, this is meant for people who are around 1 inch tall. These doorways are like bigger than that to comfortably move in and out. But they're still made for people who are basically 1 inch tall.
I cannot fit here. This is a problem. Just gonna really quick look through if I have anything. I don't think I do. Antler's a sorcerer. He doesn't have shrinky stuff.
I will say, Duster. I'm actually gonna roll wisdom just to see if Duster got distracted by the bits of like bone and amber on the ground. 'Cause that
Mm-hmm.
is a thing he'd like. Oh yeah, he got fucking distracted. Don't worry about it. God, don't mind Duster. Just like looking at like a bit of bone, going, oh, a bit of bone, and then picking it up.
Yeah, antlers. I'm just looking through. Yeah, I don't have anything that antler could do. Hmm.
I mean, that Obby is here. Hold on, I'm going to message Obby something
Yeah, we're
to
gonna
ask
mess it.
because I think that would be fun.
We're stumped, but luckily we have people listening to us live. One of said people could potentially be of help, but I'm gonna let Magic do the messaging first and see how that goes.
All right, I got an okay. I will say, uh, Antler,
Mm-hmm.
you could theoretically call Ruby to ask for a tiny fire.
Yeah, the thought had occurred to Antler, and he looks down at himself first, and I think first he's gonna. No, you know what? No, he's gonna. It's a fumble. Antler pulls out fucking pulls out a handkerchief, the one that Zan gave him. Looks at that and just puts it back again. 5. Is that enough?
Yeah, that'll be enough.
Yeah, it's got to be a 5 or above to beat the hammer space rule. He then pulls out his standy speaky, which is I think would be like half his size.
Not really half your size. You're not that small.
Either
Uh,
way, it's
it's
hits it.
pretty large. It's like a bulky phone to you now.
Lovely, lovely. Hits the button and just goes. Ruby, are you available at the moment? Takes a finger off the button.
Upper?
Oh, we can't hear you.
Uppy? Uppy? Can't hear you.
Oh no. Obby's internet is being a butt. Discord.
No.
Discord, let us hear Obby. Hello. Oh, there we go.
Uppy!
Hello.
Hi.
Hi, the microphone was being mean.
They hear
Anyway,
you though.
uh, okay, so Antler just called and was like, "Hello, are you there?" Right?
Yeah, basically.
Cool. I feel like it takes a few minutes for Ruby to eventually pick up, but she eventually does and goes, hello, hi there, what's up?"
Do you still have one of those tiny fires?
Yes, I have one.
Right. I'm going to need it.
Oh, sure, I guess. What for? And like you can hear like things shifting on Ruby's side, like a book closing and like a chair scooting.
Well, Duster led me to Lady Omni, the tree that he found Lady Omni at. Fortunately,
Oh,
there's an entrance I am too big to get into.
well, yeah, you're like you're huge.
Yes, I'm aware.
All right, I'll see if I can actually. Which direction in the forest did you head? South, west, north?
I'm just magic. I'm just gonna pick a random direction.
Go for it.
We're northwest.
All right, cool. I'll see if I can meet up with you soon. And
Wait
hear
before you go. Stop by my study and grab. There should be at least one more shrinking potion left there. Grab that as well.
All right, you got it. And there's a click on Ruby's end, and she goes to do that stuff.
While she's doing that, Antler is going to tap the wand and unshrink himself,
Okay.
so
Yeah.
that he is no longer in the insectoid form. He is now just regular Antler form.
Hmm.
And now we wait.
Ruby, would you like to roll a survival to go find them?
Oh yeah, just give me a second. I gotta open Ruby's character sheet.
This has turned into a three-person FPS. I'm so sorry for dragging you into this
No,
hobby.
I'm all for this.
I'm delighted by this.
What a turn of events!
Hey, listen,
Open.
I like Antler spending time with his kid and the rat, alright?
His kid and the rat.
And the rat.
And the rat.
I have opened the character sheet. What is the survival? It is a +3.
Nice.
It is the one thing Ruby is naturally proficient in wisdom.
The one thing.
The one thing. And that's a dirty 20.
Dirty 20.
Yeah.
Ruby, you have to stumble through some bushes. There's one point where you have to like climb a tree to like sort of go over a patch of brambles. But
Yeah.
you do manage to make it to the location where a very tall antler is
Wait a
very
second.
tall
Wait a second. Wait a second.
A
a tall
regular
antler.
sized antler
Wait a second.
is
Wait a second.
what? Oh my god, are you stealthing? Are you stealthing? Okay then, well, this is where I roll perception.
That's actually a really good roll for Ruby.
That is a
Jesus.
really good roll. Oh man, I don't think. Wow, she actually might get him this time. Yeah, no.
What you doing, Rubes?
Ruby is up in the tree above you guys. She's very, very quietly creeping across the branches.
Yeah, Antler is focusing on the is just probably the reason it's not completely. He's still keeping pretty perceptive, but he's also focusing on seeing if there's anything else about the tree that he can
Yeah.
as well. So he doesn't. So
Would you like to roll an intelligence, just real fast, Antler,
sure,
to
What?
to you know,
just regular intelligence.
Regular
Don't take
intelligence.
this away from me.
No,
22.
no. It has nothing to do with you.
Okay,
Well,
okay.
all right. Antler, I will say, you kind of know how the sort of tiny stuff, like tiny shrinking stuff works by now. Basically, you turn into your size in inches, and you kind of like look at Duster, and you look at the size of these holes. You look at Duster, and you can realize that Duster would not be able to fit in these holes.
Nope.
So you would have to be even smaller than your tiny form.
Turbo shrink. Either way, Ruby right above Antler is gonna drop down in front of him and yell boo.
Roll wisdom.
just upside down.
Can I make it a wisdom? Oh, wisdom save doesn't matter. It's a +4 either way. It's a 23. Antler just blinks. And then, he just stares at you for a moment, Ruby, and just... How long were you there?
About 5 minutes.
Hmm.
Oh, I
Roll
don't know about
insight.
you.
Roll insight.
I'm rolling insight.
At advantage, Duster, you can as well.
Yes, yes, yes. 16 for Ruby.
I am a fool. I have accidentally closed out Duster's sheet. Alright.
No!
Uh, 13.
15. That's enough. Yeah, well, Antler was mostly amused by Ruby's attempt to scare him, but under that, there's a bit of maybe a bit impressed and maybe just a bit proud that, oh hey, Ruby, you actually managed not to get caught by him. You actually managed to be stealthy for once.
Once. It happened once.
And Antler looks a bit proud. Before he
Antler looks proud.
But then he reaches over and will start like pulling a few of like the sticks and leaves that are definitely in Ruby's hair.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Right then, you have the tiny fire then.
Yep, and Ruby reaches into her bag of holding, which is like across her shoulder, like slung over it, and pulls out the little cookie.
Alright then.
Along with the shrinking potion.
Alright. Antler will take the shrinking potion, but before he does that, he's gonna actually check the... Oh man. How many Remind me again how many charges this has.
The tiny fire?
No, this. And he holds up the wand.
Oh, well, it usually can work twice before I have to recharge it on a full moon, so...
I just used... Oh, great. Oh, right then. I will need... Duster, you will have to take the tiny fire, and I will have to use the last... I apologize, Ruby. I'm going to have to use the last charge of this.
I mean, okay. It'll just recharge this evening, I don't know. She doesn't seem too bothered by it.
Duster like looks at you like, why am I taking a tiny fire?
And Antler just looks at Duster like, do you expect me to go into the tree by myself?
That's completely fair. Oh boy. Oh, by the way, Ruby, hey, remember that tree?
Yeah. Oh yeah, she's looking at it. She's getting a good look at it.
Would you also like to roll an investigation on this tree?
Sure. I'd love to roll investigation on this tree. That's a 19.
19.
Ruby, you're able to look over this tree. This tree looks almost exactly the same one you saw from the mindscape. It's I make a hand motion. Congratulations, you found that tree.
Neat.
There's little bits of sap, there's little bits of amber like sticking out of it. There's these very purposely placed holes. You don't see any signs of a city. It looks like it just got up and left. And but you Ruby, I will say, can notice that there is a spot that kind of looks like a bit like something was like torn out of it, and you could probably guess to assume this is the place Duster took the wand from.
Yep. I'm just picturing like Ruby just like absolutely like walking around the tree like in a little circle.
Yeah,
Is she maybe pocketing some amber bits? Probably.
good for her.
trying to pick them off the tree and like take them.
Good for her. I mean, you probably have to wrestle a few of them, but and sometimes you put your hand in just straight up sap because you don't realize it's not hardened yet. But
Yeah.
you can take some little bobbles.
Sticky. Sticky.
All right, Antler, would you like to go small now?
Antler is raising the wand and is about to, but then he he stops. He looks over at Ruby. He thinks about it for a second. Technically, this is your wand. And this likely should be an adventure you should be having.
Ruby seems to have perked up at this.
However, I have no intention of However, he's gonna hand the wand to Ruby. Get that charged for tonight. We will go in tomorrow.
Yes! Ruby puts both hands into the air.
Hey, Duster, do you want to roll insight?
Sure. Do I get advantage on this?
Yes, you do.
16.
Hey, Duster, you know how you have trouble saying no to love?
Oh my god.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
This is without a doubt Antler being like he knows Ruby's gonna want to be in on this. So he supposes they could wait a day so she can come along.
Duster just kind of gives like an sort of face, like, oh yeah, realization.
Antler does not make eye contact. He just is gonna start trying to figure out how he's gonna walk through the bush instead of flying over it.
Well, luckily Ruby made her way here walking, so
She can lead. Yeah.
yeah, she can lead.
Actually, you know what? Antler's probably gonna ask Ruby, like, all right, show me the way you took.
Ruby just grins and starts doing like a little march back through the direction she came. Just a very proud little walk. She's having a good day.
Yep. I think he's also gonna ask, like, hey, what did you do different to actually be stealthy this time?
Trade secret.
Well, that's fine. That is fine. Just remember.
Make a perception check, actually.
All right. I'll make a perception check. I mean, Antler's okay if she doesn't. if she doesn't tell him, his only thing is just you've done it once, but can you replicate it? That's a nat 20 perception, baby.
She's not wearing the boots.
Ruby, you glance back at Antler and he's giving the most knowing look and very much of the air of I told you. Like, I'm not gonna say it because you know it and I know it, but I was right.
I'm just picturing Ruby like rolling her eyes and like, all right.
Doesn't say anything. He doesn't say anything. Oh, I also imagine Antler will offer his shoulder to Duster so that way he doesn't have to
Yeah.
run to keep up.
Yeah, Duster will take that shoulder to stand on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Should we cut to the next day?
Cut to next day. 1 day later.
Would they have had to make another shrinking potion? So that
Oh yeah, so yeah, Antler would have spent the night making another potion from the ingredients in his garden.
Yeah. You have another potion now. Congratulations.
Yep.
Yay!
This will be for Duster though, and Ruby, you're still gonna have to use your tiny fire.
Yes! Tiny fire!
You bought it, you use it.
Yeah!
God. I imagine how this works, because you do have to take basically have to take 2 shrinking potions in order to enter this. Because you guys are fucking large.
My thinking is that Antler and Ruby will use the wand and then use the potion in tiny fire, and Duster only has to use the potion.
You know what?
So we
That's
can
fair.
both be little flying creatures.
Basically, that was my thinking.
All right, yeah, that
Yes.
works. That works.
Yes!
Cut back to tomorrow. You have your potions, Antler. Ruby, you are raring to go, and Duster.
Oh yeah.
Duster's here.
Yep. Duster, you are handed a shrinking potion.
It's probably like slightly clunky in his arms because he is still small.
A little bit, yeah.
Very small. Yeah.
But yeah. Would you both like to do your fancy anime transformations?
Yes.
Yep.
Ruby, you turn into the form you are very familiar with at this point, and then you see Antler do his transformation to also be a small, tiny, one-eyed bugged creature.
I'm just picturing like Ruby like buzzing around Antler.
Yeah, and Antler eventually just raises a hand, puts it on her head, and just lowers her to the ground. Like, yes, I know. Calm down.
She just sticks her tongue out at him.
Does she have a tongue in this form? Does she have a mouth?
Because it's cute. A little one.
Yeah, fair
Yeah,
enough.
you know what? Yeah.
The teeniest mouth. It's the littlest tongue. It's like a butterfly tongue.
Right. Antler will take out his own shrinking potion and just. All right, then, if we're all ready.
All right. And I will say you're probably standing close to the tree because you don't want to have to walk while that size.
No, yeah.
And you all pop, both you and Duster pop your potions, and Ruby snacks on a tiny fire, and you guys are even smaller now. There's more of that I want to say vertigo of like everything is fucking huge. It's probably a bigger adjustment because you guys have seen stuff at this scale before, but Duster has not, and he's just kind of like blinking. You can't see the tops of trees anymore. It's everything is like super super big now.
This is
mega big.
lost in the atoms of the tree.
Has the wand? To make this simple, the wand has shrunk with them. Yeah,
Yes.
Yes, okay, good.
God, Lady Omni is even tinier now.
Microscopic!
that is
She's so
concerning. Duster, how are you doing?
Duster is like looking.
Take a moment to take it in.
Okay. Everything's fine.
Ruby just
Everything-
pats Duster on the shoulder.
God, like you guys are almost all basically the same size now. Duster looks like
Yeah.
a normal 7 tall man. But
Seven
Yeah,
something.
Yeah,
he's still
Antler.
tall, but
Antler's on the other side, just a bit more hesitantly than Ruby, but he will also just place a hand on Duster's shoulder just so. It's fine. It's fine. It's only temporary.
Just for an hour, right? We should probably hurry up then.
Yes.
Do not
Yeah.
want to get caught in the middle of the tree when it wears off.
Neither do I.
Alright. Would you all like to walk into this tree?
She would. Ruby's gonna fly
Alright.
into the tree. She's excited. Adventure.
Alright. Can everyone roll me a survival check to find the library?
Antler's gonna catch Ruby by her scarf and just be like slowly and carefully.
Fine.
I'm sorry, what are we rolling again?
Survival to find the library, where your answers will probably be.
16.
11.
Let's see. Ruby, you keep trying to fly off in different directions in this hallway because like everything I will say, everything's been kind of faded in here. Like no one's been here in a long time. Like shit happens to these hallways. You do see the occasional the occasional inlay of like fancy patterning
Patterning?
yes,
Patterning.
fancy patterning on the wall. Uh different sort of carved structures, uh inlaid, not necessary really, like columns, uh the fact that I took an art history class is giving me names but I don't actually know how to use them.
It is fair. I'm just like picturing Ruby at first, like picking any like stray little bits, like, ooh, this is gonna be neat to take, and then realizing, wait, these are gonna be minuscule.
Yeah.
There's no point in taking anything.
God. I mean, actually, Ruby, you took the tiny fire, not the shrinking potion.
Oh yeah.
Shove them in Antler's pockets. Or Duster's pockets, they'll scale.
Oh yeah,
God.
because anything that goes back with the freaking shrinking potions grows with them.
Oh my god. Roll a persuasion to put it in Antler's pockets.
No, not persuasion.
You can tell you what, you can do it at an advantage.
Because they can't say no.
God.
He can. Has 11 out of 10. Antler just looks flatly like he looks amused, but he's also just like, no.
Well, come on, if there's anything important that we find, it would make sense to take it with us.
And Antler just looks down at the very minuscule pebbles that Ruby has picked up.
I will say, Ruby, you know Duster's a bit of a kleptomaniac.
Duster is a bit of a kleptomaniac.
He does like collecting stuff.
So you are having a tiny bug buzz next to you.
Hi?
Just holding out the little things.
Duster takes them. Okay.
Nobody's been here for like a long, long time. We could just, take whatever we want, I suppose.
I suppose we can?
Antler's just slightly shaking his head as he's walking ahead of the two.
Ruby just pops both hands into the air and just starts buzzing around again. Whatever's the closest room, Ruby is going inside it to raid it.
Wait, Ruby, we need to go find the book. Wait, Ruby.
She's lost in the sauce. There's no getting her back.
I will get.
No, I think Duster kind of like Duster's big. He just kind of like got. I feel like we should roll a contesting roll.
Contesting strength if you're doing what I think you're doing.
God.
Wait, what? Who's making the rolls? I'm confused.
You too.
Duster is going to attempt to grab you and carry you in the direction they need to go.
Yes, contesting strength then, yeah.
Tuck the baby bug under an arm.
Oh god, that was a 7.
That was a 3. Oh, the bar was so low.
The bar was so
So
low, but
low.
Ruby could not clear it.
It takes a bit. But Ruby, you do get snatched out of the air. Tucked under one arm. You're slightly.
No!
We
No!
if we have time, we can go explore later. If we do this faster. Yeah.
Answers first, exploring later.
The little antenna on Ruby's head just kind of droop as she pouts.
Aw.
We don't know how she's pouting without a visible mouth, but she's pouting.
God. Yeah. All right. I will say it's pretty easy to find the library. This library is definitely made for people who can fly because it looks like just one solid like tube, filled with bookshelves. There is a bit of a mess at the bottom. Like there was some like hanging stuff in here that has sort of like the wood has sort of collapsed, and like things have fallen to the floor.
Antler is going to cast message to Lady Omni. Well, it looks like the inside of the tree, while still a bit not in perfect shape, isn't completely empty. We have found the library.
The library? Really?
Mm.
It's a lot bigger than I remember.
Yes, you've been shrunk down a little bit, along with us, in order for us to fit.
There is silence for a moment, and then just, oh, well,
I love Lady Omni so much.
And there's actually going to look back towards the wand that is in Ruby's possession. It's just still in message. Just, are you all right? Being that smaller.
I am fine. Just a little strange.
Understandable.
Going down to a small size is a very strange concept.
I can imagine.
But yeah. Would you like to all roll investigation for a moment? Though I
Yeah.
may have to
I
dip
sure
for like
would.
Who's gonna
2
start?
minutes. I just need a dip for like 2 minutes. I will be right back.
Me.
Feel free to talk amongst yourselves.
Alright.
Yeah.
It's 11.
Wow, those are some garbage rolls.
Ruby's excitement. Antler is kind of distracted talking to Lady Omni. Plus,
Ruby's still tucked underneath Duster's arm.
yeah,
So
Antler.
she's investigating what limited space she has.
Well, we are. What we want to find is likely history books, or probably first-hand accounts, if there are any in here.
That is a good point. Also maybe some stuff that actually talks about the whole ritual and stuff and like how it worked. So maybe spell books, I suppose? Or maybe they'd be scrolls, I'm not sure.
likely scrolls, but we will keep an eye. Ha, we will keep an eye out. No, I heard it as well. My toonish nature is growing by the second.
Uh. Full of puns, just like a regular thing for most tunes.
For most tunes,
I suppose
Yes.
that makes sense.
it is natural to us, I suppose. To some, at least.
Hmm. Got to commit to the bit, I suppose.
And I just kind of grins a little bit.
Ruby just cackles.
Oh, yes. Yes. So glad you find it amusing.
Oh, man. I'm just having the thought of after this. Ruby's still gonna be like pocket sized. Because the tiny fire lasts like 24 hours.
God.
God. Hi,
That's-
I'm back.
Hello.
God.
We got garbage rolls on investigation.
Oh God, did
We
you?
got an 11 and a 12.
Oh
So,
jeez.
unless Duster wants to help or make his own roll.
I think Duster will help Ruby. Ruby.
Oh, wait, wait.
Will help
Wait,
Ruby.
wait.
By
Magic.
yes.
Oh wait, you have a climbing speed. It wouldn't matter. But Ruby's gonna cast Spider Climb on Duster so that he can have free hands. Free hands. You can climb with just your
Very strange sensation.
feet.
Duster will give the help action to Ruby.
Yeah.
To go find things because you have a way better modifier than Duster does.
Yeah.
I will give you a miscellaneous book.
17.
I will give you a miscellaneous book to find, Fable. You know how Doc was interested in the merging of Amber and Bone?
Ah, lovely.
You find
all
a
about
book
that.
You find a book with very
Read all about it.
honestly very it's obviously one of those like workbooks. I cannot speak today. I am so sorry. It's one of those
Yeah.
workbooks that like details the process with like very big words and very very boring details to read that a normal tune would just be like ugh.
Yeah, Antler just has just the thought bubble of Doc pop above his head, of Doc like talking about and asking questions about that whole subject, and he just sighs before tucking it into his hammer space.
uh Ruby, at first you find probably an interesting book about I can totally speak still. About more of this like just like folk tales, miscellaneous book probably meant for children.
Yeah.
But you probably pocket that as you probably give that to Duster to pocket as well though. But not
Oh,
what
yeah.
you're here looking for.
Anything Ruby finds, she's handing to Duster so that it can grow.
So that it can grow. It's still gonna be fucking tiny, but
Yeah, but it'll be at least big enough for at least Duster to handle when they get back.
yeah. But you do find it's this really worn and old book. It was probably locked in a shelf. But that lock has since fallen off and fallen to the floor. Because this place is old. Uh, and
Old DM.
you pull out this very very it's not really thick, but it looks old and kind of weathered.
Mhm.
Could hold on. I need to look at my notes real fast. What are my notes for the paperwork? Dun, 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 dun. Can I will say, Fable, you can also roll this intelligence check. But Ruby, can you roll an intelligence check? Both of you roll an
Straight
intelligence check.
intelligence. Okay.
It could be Antler finally noticed the book that Ruby was stalled on and comes up to
Yeah.
read with, flies up to read
Oh,
with.
that's a nat 20.
And I'm sorry,
Oh
what
boy.
am I rolling?
Intelligence.
Okay.
Just straight in.
Straight in.
15.
Nat 20 and a 15. All right. I have to read over my notes because I now have 2 people I have to deal with. I thought I was only dealing with 1.
Sorry.
I'm so
It's
sorry.
okay. How much should I give? Okay. Okay. Get that to Ruby. Both of them can get that one. Okay. Huh. Okay. All right. All right. Okay. In the book, the first thing I will mention is, as you both are kind of like skimming through it, both of you can realize that they have a very strange measurement of time. Because it's not in like minutes or hours or days even. It's in this. They have what seems to be like a 4-week cycle of different periods of light.
Hmm.
I will just say them plainly because I don't feel like being fanciful right now. But basically it is basically it's divided into 4 segments. What is basically morning when the light first appears, dusk when the light goes away, uh, before true dark, and after true dark. And that is what is basically their week schedule. Ruby, with a nat 20 on intelligence, as you're reading this and sort of seeing, there are some like records in this book, just actually there's just records in general in this cabinet that you can all like look through. Extensive civil records for this very small group of people. Uh, way more records than there should be. For a group of people that probably didn't exist for more than a few years in the grand scope of things.
Are you saying that like a day for them is like a week?
Maybe.
A day for us is a week to them. Oh my gosh.
But Ruby, they have like histories in lineages. Doing some very, very not basic, just some mental math. You can tell that these people don't live for very long. There it has been noted in the books that average life expectancy is going up as like their sort of kingdom grows. But the last sort of mark you've seen, these tinies live for an estimate of 3 of your months.
Oh.
They do
Oh.
not live very long.
Oh, that is a sad realization to have. Oh.
Mhm.
Does Ruby say this out loud?
Mm. I don't know if she says it out loud, but like as she's reading, like having this internal realization, her antenna is just kind of drooping a little.
What? What is it?
Oh, and she kind of basically explains what Magic just said, because good golly, that's a lot.
Oops. Sorry.
Like holds up the book and like turns it around to Antler.
Because
Yeah.
like I will say for both of you, especially for Antler who knows how like old Inkwell is, these people existed at the very beginning of Inkwell. There is no way they should have had a lineage unless they had a very like short very short sort of lifespan.
Mm.
People should not have had long lineages at that age unless they were A, made up and came out of nowhere, or B, yeah.
Have existed for a long, long time.
Yeah, Antler, his antenna twitches. That
And
is.
no, go ahead.
That does make sense, but he's gonna cast message to Lady Omni. Lady Omni, how old are you?
Oh god, I really should have came up with an answer for this question. I think there's a mental pause. I cannot tell you how long has passed since I've gone to sleep, but physically, oh, it's been so long. Young adult?
Hmm. Antler just nods at that. And he's. Yeah, he just nods.
Okay. That whole situation might be might explain a little bit when the main book goes on to say that the elders had trapped themselves in amber to gain a sort of immortality,
Oh.
a way of
Oh.
continuing living beyond the age that they should have lived as. However, in return, uh, they could not leave the amber. It. I will give this to both of you. It basically they can't if they leave the amber after this process. Specifically the process that they used. If they tried to leave it, it probably wouldn't end well. Because it's they're now linked directly into the magic that has to flow through this amber. Most elders were high level magic users, so they could sustain themselves basically with a closed circuit. Lady Omni was only a half caster, so she couldn't consistently sustain that level of magic for a long period of time. Uh,
Mm. Mm.
and uh,
Antler is going to explain this to Lady Omni. Just so they're on the same page. And then with knowing this,
but wait, there's more.
uh
I say to you guys as players.
Oh boy.
More.
Wait.
The
This
practice
just in.
was outlawed. The practice was outlawed because the elders were planning on killing the king, and you can probably guess why it was outlawed. But there is no. Apparently, it is reported that the original records of how to do this process were disposed of. And that also probably includes any sort of last ditch effort to reverse the process at all, even like magical theory about it. It's all been picked up and scrapped.
Because again, the ruler does not want the people to get any ideas about
Yep.
that process, huh?
Yeah.
Well, that's fun.
yeah. Yeah.
Hold on.
It's okay. So, yeah, I'm gonna take a drink of water. And maybe have you guys roll another investigation check after that, because there is more that I realized that probably wouldn't be in this book.
Yeah, because I'm just trying to wrap my brain around all that.
Yeah.
14.
It was investigation, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Gonna roll that. It's a 13. Yeah, no. Ruby seems less enthused about this. That was a 12 on her whiz save. She's getting mad, just quietly fuming to herself.
I will say, with a 14, you are able to find books on not exactly the magical theory you might be looking for, but still magical theory on intertwining magic and amber together.
Hmm.
For you, Antler, it's it's a it's a process much like infusing magic into gemstones.
Mm-hmm.
But it goes into like more in depth of like how it works. Uh, there is a mention of like prosthetics that are used with amber, that do run
Ooh.
off of someone's innate magical ability that you may or may not be able to try reverse engineer. Uh, it will probably take more like study and testing on your own, but could potentially.
We're going to
Uh,
need the doctor for this. We may not be able to get her out of the amber, but does not mean that she will be. If I am reading at least some of this correctly, then there is a possibility we can do something for her so she could still move.
I think Ruby's just nodding. She's trying to stay quiet at the moment because again, she's a little upset. She's a little mad. And then talking at the moment might just lead her to just snapping, and she's just.
This is where I roll insight. It's probably pretty obvious. Can I have advantage on that insight?
Yes, of course.
That's better. 23. Yeah, Antler
Yeah.
sees this and
Ruby is particularly frustrated with like the destruction of the information they need. Like, and this realization has just put her in like a real sour mood.
Antler's just gonna. God, you've really gotten soft, man. He's gonna reach over and just place a hand on her head, just sort of semi attempt at comfort. Just, we do not have all the answers, but we are getting something from this.
I think Ruby just kind of absently nods at that. I'm gonna roll history because Magic has just asked me to do that in the chat.
Woohoo.
As a 16.
hey, Ruby. I think
Yeah.
probably like during this, in your frustration, you kind of like, why would they destroy that information? I mean, come on. You can remember that Lady Omni's mother was the one who did this, who would probably have her own notes.
Oh. 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 Okay. With this realization, I think there's just like the little flash of, oh wait, like on her, like in her one eye, and then I'm sorry guys, she's taking off and is starting to look around for other parts of the castle.
Wait, Ruby, where are you going?
If Lady's if Lady Omni's mom was the one who did who did this whole process to her. Then she probably took her own notes and had her own studies about this. So we gotta go look around for her mom's wherever she stayed in here.
Antler immediately catching on will immediately start following after, and yeah, is gonna help in search.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Do you want to roll another survival?
Heck yeah.
As they're going, Ruby's gonna check her now very small pocket watch. How much time have they been in the tree?
I will say, just for the sake of time, because I still do have things to do tonight.
Mhm.
You have about maybe 20 minutes left.
Okay, so we're speedrunning this.
Speedrunning.
Speedrunning.
Yeah.
You can probably what will have to happen is you're going to have to like find the notes, not fully look at them, just make sure they're the right notes, and then fucking book it out of this tree before
Yeah.
Yeah.
Say?
Just picturing like Duster seeing them all both just take off into the halls.
Yeah, Dustin does
Buzzing.
have a very like what expression on his face. I don't know if anyone informs Duster of what's happening, but I will say with those general roles, even with your very, very not great one, Ruby, you are able to find a very fancy looking set of quarters that kind of overlook the city at the top part. And there does seem to be attached to that room what looks to be a personal library.
Nice.
Investigation?
Nice. Investigation.
Investigation. 22.
That is a 20.
Alright, 22, 20. They're kind of like tucked away, and maybe once this was probably a hidden door. It's not so hidden anymore. There are you can see like you can see like little experimental bottles of like sap, like shards of different sort of like materials, and just neat but still loose stacked papers. Just kind of like skimming the top and like reading into it a bit more. It does begin to sort of shape the process of how to use amber to like infinitely sustain your life force.
Neat.
Uh,
Neat.
Right.
there's a lot of theories and hypothesis and test page after test page after test page that you cannot hope to slog through at this day, at this hour.
Whatever Ruby finds, she's just like grabbing things and shoving them into her bag of holding.
Yeah, Antler is taking it. Antler is aware of the time limit, is also more or less doing the same.
Yeah, and then very purposely taking off the bag of holding and putting it on Antler so it'll grow back to normal size.
Antler takes it without argument.
I imagine you just kind of like shove a bunch of books into this into this
Oh
bag.
yeah.
Pretty much.
Yep.
You probably take anything that looked vaguely related to amber and magic.
Yep.
And yeah.
Anything.
And then we.
Anything that's not bolted down.
Anything that's not bolted down.
All right. I think that's enough.
Okay, we should probably
Yes,
get out of the tree now.
Now, Duster, come on.
Okay, alright. And you all are able to exit the tree out of that balcony that is conveniently right next to this private library.
Wait.
Neat.
And
complete.
both Antler and Duster have their sort of potions wear off. I believe there was an hour time limit on the wand, wasn't there?
Yeah, there's an hour
I
time
totally
limit on the wand. Yeah.
Both you and Antler, both pop out of the little bug forms. Ruby, you're still tiny though because you ate a tiny fire.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think like
Ruby's
you.
gonna be like this for 24
Antler's kind of just sitting on the grass for a
23
moment, just
hours
taking
now.
a breath. Just, well, that was fun, I suppose. Then he sees tiny Ruby, and it's just,
Yeah. Hello. The tiny fire lasts a bit longer than the potion.
ha! How unfortunate.
Ruby, do you need to be carried? Duster, who is now considerably taller than you.
Please. And like Ruby makes little uppy arms at Duster.
Duster picks you up for like a piggyback ride.
Yes, good.
Antler will
Hug
just
the
shake.
rat.
Yeah, Antler will just shake his head and also offer a hand to now carry Duster.
Duster gets on the hand, and Ruby, you get you probably go into the fluff of the hood, don't we?
Oh yeah.
I mean, yeah,
Ruby, you.
very comfy. It's warm.
It's very comfy. It's very warm. You get a face full of fur.
Floofy. Floofy.
And yeah, that is all I had for you today.
Mission success! Woo!
Mission success, and apparently to be continued. I did not mean. God.
That's what happens when you have a game with lore magic.
Yeah.
Whoops.
Yeah. Lore. It tends to do that to you.
Mm-hmm.
God.
And now we have Pocket Ruby for 23 hours.
God. Antler having to deal with tiny child skittering around.
Yeah. Oh, that was good. Thank you for letting me join in this.
That was very good magic.
Yeah.
I did genuinely enjoy that.
Thanks for joining me. I didn't expect this to be so long. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, though
Good.
you have to realize with so that books, the doc is gonna get pulled into this.
Yeah. Yeah.
I do not have time to run another game anytime soon, but I guess
Amber
that's what I'm
Gang.
doing.
Amber Gang.
Amber Gang real?
Amber Gang real.
God. All right then.
Well, thank you for listening, everybody.
Yeah, thank you for listening to Double Dutch episode to Kind 12 FPS, and yeah, until next
See
time,
you all next time.
see you all next time. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.